Hi, what's up guys, ArakkAttack here with episode 2 of the Did You Know series. Now this week's tip's going to be a King of the Hill tip. It's a little bit more advanced than last time, and it won't always be useful, but when it is, it's something that could actually win you the entire match. But it's not going to be something which will come into play every match. But you know, when you get to use it, it might actually save the day in the match. So it's a bit of a controversial one. It was first used in a competitive scrim between two teams, and it caused a big debate on Twitter. Some teams felt like it was more of a glitch. Some teams felt that it was a valid tactic. But the official stance is that it's a valid tactic, so you're definitely allowed to do it, and I don't think it'll be getting taken out anytime soon. And wow, that bot was incredibly stupid. Now the first thing to know is that, as you can see, I'm capturing this ring, and if you look at where it actually says capture and it's got the number in the circle, it fills up slowly. As I'm capturing it, it gets more and more filled up with my team's colour, which is blue, until it's full. And actually, I'll show it again, and you'll see that there are 8 little segments that it kind of fills up. So you'll see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's a full capture. And if there are 2 of your team members standing in, then it will go up 2 segments at a time, so it'll capture it twice as fast. Now that's just a general understanding of how the ring works in King of the Hill, and it's important for the next stage. Now what someone realised was that as long as the hill is either neutral or captured by the enemy team so that you can break it, then this will be possible. So what you can do is you can prevent the hill from counting down by making sure that the hill never goes more than 1 segment at a time. So if you hop in and out of the ring like this, then you can see it's staying on 43. Now you can let it drop more than 1 segment and it won't progress in the points, but if you ever stand in it so much that it goes up 2 segments, every 2 segments it will lose a point on the ring. So obviously the ring goes closer and closer to changing to the next location. But as long as you hop in and out of the ring, then you're able to keep the ring there forever, and I'll show you why this is useful. And that might be a little bit confusing, but I'll make it clearer with this next example. Okay, so the ring's neutral, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop in and out of the ring so that it only ever goes up and down 1 segment at a time. And as you can see, it's staying on 30, and it won't change from 30 as long as I keep doing that. Now what I'm going to let happen is I'm going to let this bot capture the ring to show when this would be useful in a real game scenario. Because what often happens is, in a King of the Hill match, when it gets towards the last 15 or so points, and especially after the last 10 points where the next hill location shows up, the team who own the ring will actually they don't care about the last 7 or 8 points, they don't care if you break it, so they'll run off and set up at the next hill to make sure that you can't break the next hill. So if we pretend that we've been killed, we've just spawned, and we're running towards the hill, it's got a few seconds left, so we break it, and the whole of the team are set up at the next hill. Now what we can do is just keep this hill here for as long as we want. Just as long as we do this, so they're going to have to send someone out, but they probably won't know what's going on, to be honest. So you can tell your teammates, go now, break the ring, it doesn't matter how many times you die, just push, 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 break their setup, because I'm going to keep this ring here. Now, this isn't the best example because the other hill is actually, the next hill is just across from me, so they would actually be able to see me. But in an example like this next one, so say we just spawned here, there's 10 seconds left on the ring, the next hill's over there, and they're all running up those stairs now. Then obviously, if they're set up at that ring, they're set up, they're all getting their lances out, and you just hop in and out of this ring, then they're not going to be able to see you, so you'll be able to do this pretty much for as long as you want until they figure out what's going on. But really, they're probably not going to know what's happening. And even if they do, then they still have to send someone out, so it makes their setup even easier to break, because they're sending 1 or 2 people to come and stop you from doing this. And if you think about on a map like Trenches, if it's one of the hills, the top bar, the top barricades, and the next hill is going down to the digger area, and they've got all 5 of their teammates down in the digger area already, and you just hold this ring here, then your teammates can just go in wave after wave, and it doesn't matter if they die, because the enemies won't be getting any points on the ring. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. There isn't an official name for this technique or anything, so I called it the Mobius-Hill, because the Mobius strip is an infinite loop, and you can keep this circle going infinitely if you want. So yeah, I didn't know what else to call it, but I hope it comes in useful for you once or twice, and thanks a lot for watching, guys.